Hello.
Lilies.
How's it going, everyone? Hope you have a wonderful day just like we are. Beautiful and sunny.
Yes.
Finally, they're saying this week it's going to be 50s for the low and a couple mid 40s, but it's going to be nice upper 60s. Oh, the best weather ever.
Oh yeah. It'll be nice to finally be able to leave some things outside, not worry about them so much.
Yeah.
I'm looking out from my window. Sun's coming up like the day before. You're like a stone on my pillow. I don't make a sound when I shut the door. You don't have to wake up yet. We can spend all day in bed. I'll put the TV in the room. We'll have a Netflix marathon, Kenny G saxophone. We'll order in a bunch of food. I'll put your favorite music on all the way baritone. Yeah. Shut the lights, go infrared. We can spend all day in bed.
So all of our little seedlings that aren't planted yet are out in the beautiful sunshine, hardening off today. It's going to be so nice to finally get some of this stuff in the ground. We just have to make it happen. Up in the front I have some lilies. I'm not sure what variety they are, but I just love them. They're almost like an orange pinkish color, and some of the bulbs fell off this year, so I saved them and I put them in a tray with some dirt, and I'm hoping to see if we can sprout some of those lilies. We have 3 Tabasco peppers that just sprouted this week, which is so crazy because we planted them, it says on March 20th, and here we are in May and they're just sprouting. It's definitely been a different experience trying to start seeds in the greenhouse because the difference in temperatures I think really does affect them, but it's interesting to see how well and hardy these littler plants are doing. Most of our onions are planted. I put all of our shallots in this pot out here along with a couple leftover red burgundy onions from last year, so those are second year onions that we're hoping to get seed from. I do have a few yellow onions that we were going to plant to get seed from that I haven't planted yet, but as far as onions go, everything else is planted. All the herbs here in the greenhouse are doing really well. I am hoping that we can get them moved outside soon permanently. I'm not sure exactly where they're going, but I think it'll be nice to just kind of have these around the yard. This fennel looks so pretty and I'm so excited for that. The chives are getting tall and this chamomile is just really abundant. I did a couple pots left of my yellow Patterson, oops. I did a couple broken pots of my yellow Patterson storage onions. I just had a few left over here and there. There might even be some red burgundy onions in here that didn't make it into the garden, so I figured I have extra pots, let's give it a try. And I put a few in pots. Matt and I have been scoping out the local greenhouses. We've been searching for a pear tree, and it turns out that we just can't seem to find one, but we did talk ourselves into some lavender, so I potted that up this week and we'll have some lavender in a pot. Last year we tried planting it in the ground. It did well most of the year, and then right before spring we kind of weren't paying attention and it died. So hopefully that lavender does well. I also potted up our green bunching onions in a pot, and hopefully these will be able to move outside soon.
So we're getting low on onions in the house, so we're going to start picking some of the onions from down here because some of them went to flower or are going to flower, but the yellow ones aren't. And some of them actually folded over at the bottom, so they're not going to grow anymore. And I think I might send some to Mr. Willie because he always likes onions. He always puts in the comments how much he likes onions. So we did Sarah did the lettuce plugs and put those in, and I'm super glad because I'm really excited and pumped that we got that soil block maker because that made it really easy. I talked to her about it and it was super easy, and I really kind of want to start some flowers with it just to plug them in around the yard. It's way easier to plant with so far, I'll tell you that much. So I am really glad we bought it, and easier and time saving is what we need. So the kale is definitely not liking the heat in here. But I tell you what, that is the best tasting kale I've ever had. I have it in my salads. Every day we have a salad. The last couple days we haven't had salad because we're short on greens and we only had kale, but we've been using it in eggs, and that's the best that the kids like so far. And I'm excited for this winter to grow that for sure. So the mustard has just taken off and went to flower out of nowhere. That's pretty cool. Radishes. I did not forget about the radishes. We are going to cut a row. It's finally to the point where they look like they're big enough where we can cut the greens off, and we're going to do that. And we're going to see the ones we cut off if they're going to grow the bulbs or not. I don't think they will. I really don't. So the rutabaga is growing, but I haven't dug one up to see what it looks like yet. So it looks like it's doing good. It's taking off, growing tall, big and strong. And the celery. That is just crazy. It's growing pretty good. Actually, I don't even think Sarah knows this. I saw it this morning when I was watering. All the celery that she replanted actually sprouted. And then the turnips. They're to the point where we can cut the greens, but I don't think we're going to eat a lot of the turnips because they're like they're massive. I'm more worried that they're going to turn woody. But the greens are really good. On the turnips, I'm really liking the greens. We can grow turnips just for the greens. It's that good. This lettuce, I think, is making a comeback. It's getting a lot more growth on it. I've been watering it really heavy so we can pick a lot off of it. And I think we're going to have to move some flowers out. These definitely do not like the sun all day. Look at Leroy's flowers. I don't even know what this is. Like, what is this? It's crazy. Some stuff with huge leaves. I wonder if it's weeds. Spinach. I mean, it's going to go to seed here, I would think soon. It looks like it's growing some little pods up there. So we'll leave a couple of these for sure. But my goal is to plant Italian heirloom tomatoes all the way down this whole back side. Probably about every 2 feet or so. And I'm going to have them come up and grow up so it shades this. So this way whatever we're growing over there is shaded, and it keeps the greenhouse a lot cooler during the summer. And it should help. And I'm hoping that we can grow more cold weather crops over there, like lettuce and stuff, and without it being bitter. And the carrots are awesome. Like me. Awesome. Sarah. Nice and thick. They like to hold a lot of moisture in, and they're eating up a lot of moisture, but it's probably because there's so many. My marigold flowers. Get a little flower head coming on there. These don't even look as healthy as the ones down there. And those don't have any yet. The difference is, this is old soil. That's new soil. This soil though, I added some fish oil. And I think that's why it went to flower.
I'm looking out from my window. Sun's coming up like the day before. You're like a stone.